What is up, Dokkan player? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Blaze, and we are back with another Dokkan battle video. And today, before we start the video, of course, hopefully you're having a very good day today. So today we're gonna go ahead and tackle the Metal Core Cooler Ultimate Red Zone, the Super Class mission, with of course the dokkanfest Goku slash Gohan card. And one of the reasons why is because I did see in my comments for my videos, some of you guys don't have the 7th anniversary LRs, or you actually guys don't have the new LRs here as well. For the worldwide celebration, so decided to make this team build, which actually did work, and actually didn't take me that many attempts, because this was my 6th attempt. But one thing you want to keep in mind here is that my team is fully rainbowed. But again, I feel like if you've been playing Dokkan for a while, you might have the exact same thing here as well. The only character that's not going to be rainbowed is going to be here the Kid AGL Gohan, but Kid AGL Gohan is at 90%, so he's almost kind of rainbowed right about here. So this is a team build, and this is actually pretty risky in the first phase. The first phase is going to be tricky because, again, these guys can double super. Now, as you can see on my first turn here, we actually got pretty lucky in a sense. We got here Future Gohan, AGL Kid Gohan, and the 3rd anniversary Goku and Vegeta. And I decided to actually keep them on rotation for the first turn for the LR. And the reason why is because once we actually float them off on turn 3, that means we're only going to get them back on turn 6. And if our HP is below 50%, then you guys know here we get the free heal and transform to Super Vegito. Now the second turn, this is what actually kind of, is problematic with these rotations, is that if you get this rotation right about here, with double Kid Goku and Gohan, it is actually a very bad turn, but luckily there's no attacks in the front. And now the reason why it's actually a very bad position is because, as you guys know, the Goku slash Gohan card are actually very good after the super attack. And one of the reasons why is because they do get extra attack and defense, but more importantly, they also get their passive here, which is a 50% chance to dodge attacks here as well. So again, we got really lucky that there's no attacks in the front. Of course, I also brought here the easy Str Goku, and one of the reasons why is because this character is actually really strong, especially when you transform to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which is something very doable when you're taking this much damage against the Metal Cooler army. Again, you can see we actually get here a super attack, but there goes the dodges, and Goku becomes very clutch. As far as the items right about here, I did bring here a Princess Snake, and also brought in the support memory for Goku's family, since most of these characters are Goku's family. And one of the reasons why is because we're not on a full 200% leader skill, because some of these characters are not part of the Android slash Cell saga, so that extra 10% from the Goku's family is going to definitely help out with our stats here. Also, I brought you my team build is I brought your Tech God Goku. I mean, there's no real explanation why he's just the best defensive unit on our team right here, because he does have that damage reduction against movie bosses. So Tech God Goku is a must run in the team build here. Now, I was debating my team build if I should bring here the God Goku for the LR, but I felt like with how much defense we have right about here, we want to try and make sure that we're going to basically do as much damage as possible, and take advantage of maybe Vegito's counters if we get to actually get the crits when we transform. But if you don't have your 3rd anniversary LRs for some reason, I guess you can use God Goku. But what you really want to do is that once you actually get to the Metal Core Cooler phase, you want to make sure that you're going to blitz him as quickly as possible. So you are going to require some healing items here, because again, most of our units on this team build are actually not going to be LRs, where we only have here one card that's going to be an LR. So you do have to be careful with that. So again, you can see here, the problem with this first phase here was that this Metal Cooler army is actually able to do a double super, which is pretty annoying because they also lower your defense by 40%, I believe, based on the Twitter right about here. But they do lower your defense. Now, luckily, it was on our units here to actually have damage reduction, so wasn't much of a big deal right about here. Now, this right here, this Goku actually is very shockingly good against his phase right about here. He does have your type advantage. He does have guard here as well. But the damage he actually does here to Cooler is actually really crazy. Now, this actually played really well because number 1, we actually got the transformation with Goku. And also number 3, it's actually number 2 right here, we actually get the active skill from Kid Gohan. So Kid Gohan is going to heal us up and also provide us here an extra 20% defense, and also has guard here as well. So this was a very good turn. And of course, I'm gonna put here Goku in the front right about here, because again, he will be defensively better than the Goku slash Gohan card. Now we do get super, unfortunately, which is pretty bad, I want to say, because we do take a lot of damage. But because of Goku's guard ability and the support from Gohan, we are able to live the super attack from this cooler. But look at that, easy TUR Super Saiyan Goku took 1 health bar away from this metal core cooler, which is actually really crazy. And then my Goku here is at 7.7. And the good thing about this Goku is that this Goku does get your attack and defense plus 20% up to 59% with each dodge he does actually get here. So we actually got here 3 dodges in total. So now Goku is actually fully built up when it comes to defense. And when we transfer him to Gohan, exchange to Gohan, Gohan will be a lot better defensively. Now you can see here that Gohan is able to take your double digits from normals. Because we did do here his active skill, plus he did actually stack a defense here with super attack. So things are looking pretty good. The thing that's actually very annoying with this stage right here is of course going to be the ceiling. Now we did get sealed here with the Goku / Gohan card, so of course I had to go ahead and use a Princess Snake. But sometimes like the characters you want to get here to be sealed are going to be your defensive units, because that's where you don't really have to worry about. Like for example, if God Goku was actually sealed right about here, I'll be completely fine with that, because again, I know here that the future Gohan and also of course here the Goku / Gohan card are going to get their defense after they super attack. So the ceiling effect is actually really annoying, but the good thing about it is it's only a 60%, so it's not guaranteed every single turn that you are going to get sealed here. So that's one thing I do find that I actually do like about the stage right here, is that it's not a guaranteed seal like Bojack. That's just like very annoying. Of course here we actually get super right here again, which is pretty fine, because Goku is going to attack it for double digits since we did use a Princess Snake. And of course here Goku / Gohan card, they still have a 50% chance to dodge because they did attack before they get hit right about here. Now this right here again was really lucky. Unfortunately, we actually got here the Goku / Gohan card that actually got sealed right about here. But this was actually still really good, and the reason why is because there's no attacks at the back. So we can actually float off here the 3 anniversary LRs, and they're no longer a risk right about here. Now, I was debating if I should actually transform into Gohan, because in my previous runs with my Gohan right about here, he was taking like 100k per normal before he was being built up. However, I realized here that because Goku is actually able to stack his attack and defense with the dodges, Gohan is going to be here a lot better defensively. We just have to make sure that we don't get supered right away. Because you can see here that Gohan is going to be sealed, so we're not going to raise his defense after he super attacks. So this was a risk. I was also debating if I should maybe use a Princess Snake as well. But I told myself that, we have easy Goku in the front right there. That's very good defensively. And we're also very close to max HP as well if I collect those in key spheres for the 3 anniversary LR. So this was a huge gamble, and basically I have to rely that Gohan in the middle does not get supered. But the reason why I transformed here as well is because I did realize there's got about like 5 attacks in the middle. So by getting all the attacks with Gohan, we for sure aren't going to raise his stats here as well, and maybe get the permanent guard going into the next turn right about here. So I do decide to actually go ahead and transform with Gohan. But again, this was a risk because again, if we get supered, if I don't have a Princess Snake, I think we could have died right about here. I'm not too sure, but it was a pretty close call right about here. So there goes Goku. Again, he's just guarding, taking double digits, and his attack is just doing so much. We're at 7 million with this Goku right about here. And I want to say Goku is probably the MVP when it comes to damage because he's doing so much in the Metal Core Cooler while tanking only here for double digits. Alright, so there goes Gohan. Again, you can see our Gohan's taking 49k, which is not that bad. We do get some dodges right there, which is pretty bad because we did miss some stats right about there. But again, reason why we're taking here 49k and not 100k is because Goku was able to get here to 3 dodges to actually get your fully built up here. Again, we actually strike here again with some very good RNG. No one here is getting sealed, and more importantly, there's no attacks in the middle, so AGL Gohan is basically able to live this turn right about here. I think he's very close to taking here double digits from the Metal Core Cooler. But again, I just don't want to take any risk here when it comes to the super attack because again, his super attack is probably what, number 2 or number 1 when it comes to Ultimate Red Zone for the hardest hitting super attack in the game. So really, I don't take any chances. And Future Gohan is actually really good. Even without a Trunks, I mean, preferably you want to keep him either with the Str Goku, EZA, or you want to keep him with the AGL Gohan for those extra stats. But Future Gohan, once he's fully built up, he's able to take your double digits from normals after he super attacks, so he's actually still a very good option for your physical type. There's also a lot of good other types you can bring here as well if you don't have your Future Gohan, but defensively, you want to go here with the Future Gohan because he's your best, he's gonna be your best defensive unit right about here. But you also have here, of course, here the 3 anniversary LR Goku and Vegeta that turns into Goji. That's also a good option in here as well because they're part of Super Saiyans. What's another good physical unit you can bring here as well? I mean, you could also, I was debating here that if I should maybe bring here the EZA Future Trunks LR. Because with his EZA, you are against your Wicked Bloodline, so you do guaranteed crits, and he will link pretty well with the Future Gohan while providing the extra stats. But the thing is that defense-wise, it's just not enough here for this cooler because, again, his normals are like 450k, and this Trunks right about here still takes like around, I want to say maybe like 200k per normal. So I decided not to bring the Future Trunks. As far as the AGL units, you can also bring here the new LRs as well if you do have them. But again, this team is meant for those that don't have the new LRs either. But you could also bring here the AGL Future Trunks as well, which will also link very well with the EZA Future Gohan. But mine's only at 55%. Decided not to bring him. He's also not my favorite character either. So there's also that right about there. But yeah, we get some very good RNG on this turn right about here. We do get super, but now our HP is below 50%, and we also have your dual contact. So this right here is almost a victory. And the reason why is because we have support, and we have 2 characters that have damage reduction. So once you actually turn to Super Vegito, you have your 30% damage reduction for the first 3 turns. But we do still have a Princess Snake in our sleeve right about here. So now Vegito has your 60% damage reduction, if that's how it works. And then God Goku is just basically invincible. But on top of that, we also have the support from the Gohan, so our defense is going to be much higher. And also, if there's no super attacks at the back, we are going to counter with the Vegito, so we can do lots and lots of damage right about here. So yeah, so there we go. I mean, pretty much if we survive this turn right about here, we basically win because we're going to heal up next phase. And we have our STR units next phase that can finish off the job right about here. Again, my only worry is that Super Vegito gets supered, but I'm pretty sure we would live because of the Princess Snake. But I was pretty worried if we did not survive the super attack. That was my main concern, because right about here you can see that Goku decides not to get supered. So now we have your Kid Gohan, but Kid Gohan only takes here a normal attack, which is pretty good. And then Vegito right about here, type disadvantage, you know, still in the works of maybe being supered, but luckily, spoilers, we actually do not get super, so that's actually really good. Alright, so we take your double digits. We get some beautiful crits, by the way. I think we actually get 4 crits in a row. Yeah, there we go, another crit. And then here we go again, another crit. Now, do keep in mind, Vegito also greatly raised defense on his 18-key super, so again, that did play a huge factor. And then we have this beautiful rotation. And pretty much it's going to be here GG. You can see here that Gohan, the Kid Gohan, is going to be here at like almost 600k of defense. So I'm not even worried. So I'm going to put him in the front. Make sure we get this W. And then pretty much we get the run done here. So again, I'm actually pretty impressed with this run right here. Because again, there's only 1 LR. And it shows you that the STR Goku / Gohan card are actually very good with their leader skill. But they actually do a lot of damage in this phase here. Where you can see we do here 9.4. So again, we were actually able to beat all the specific missions right about here with this team build, because we have Ajo, which is Kid Gohan, we have Tech, which is God Goku, we have Fizz, which of course is going to be here Future Gohan, we have Ajo, which is Kid Goku, I'm sure I've already said that already, and then we have our STR unit, or actually no, we have our id unit, which is the 3 anniversary LR, and then we have our STR characters as well, which is of course the leader or EZA STR Goku. So those are our 5 typings for super class. And again, this is done without the new LRs or the 7th anniversary LRs either. So if you guys are very unlucky, you can use this team build, and I can show you right here that you can actually get it done. So If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, sub for more videos come down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!